Hey, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to live coverage of baseball right here on the Region Sports Network. We come back to you from Jerry Ross Park in the Hub City, beautiful Crown Point, Indiana, for the 12U State Championship here for Cal Ripken Baseball here as Crown Point takes on South Bend in this 12U State Championship. Michael Brenner here on site for the play-by-play, and joining me with the color analysis is the one and the only Zach Zanelli. He got off the camera. He was so bummed he couldn't talk to me in the middle of the broadcast yesterday that he wanted to, he wanted to don the headset and make our sports director do the camera work today. So, Zach, good to be with you.
Hey, good to be with you. The mic was right there. I could have picked it up at times, but, hey, great to be here. Should be a great game despite the weather. It is going to be hot, so got to make sure everyone stays hydrated, get some shade, and play a great game.
It is steamy for sure. The sweat is flowing. Not here in the press box, of course, because, we glisten. We don't sweat. We just glisten up here.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and give our game night forecast, brought to you by our friends at Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. Today's forecast, a very warm, humid 88 degrees, a little partly cloudy, with the sun is shining right there on the field. Getting a few shadows, as you can kind of see on your camera view there, but glorious day for baseball. Can't wait to bring you this championship. We do have some impending weather coming a little bit later on tonight, so we're trying to get this one in before all of that takes place. So that's your game night forecast, brought to you by Economy Electric Heating and Cooling, keeping you cool in the summer and cozy in the winter. First up for the game today, in the top of the first inning, it'll be Crown Point. Luke Bauman will lead things off, the right fielder today, followed by Nico Strayer, the center fielder, and Sam Mitros, the catcher. In the cleanup spot, Luca Fantin is the third baseman, followed by Jace Jewett, who'll be pitching today for Crown Point. And then you've got Ryken Fletcher, the shortstop, followed by MJ Cole, the left fielder, Cooper Bierman, the second baseman, and Brody Myers rounding out the lineup for Crown Point. And digging in right now is Luke Bauman. First pitch to him is upstairs for ball number one from Rory Cavender from South Bend. See, normally I feel like the first pitch of like a championship game, that ball gets thrown out, but we're playing with it here.
Yeah.
Balls are expensive. 2-0 the count. So go ahead.
Usually do that on debuts or big games like this. Major league debut.
Yeah. See quite a few of those this year, and we'll talk throughout the course of the day. We had the MLB draft taking place today. We had a couple region players get drafted today. Very exciting stuff. 3-0 misses outside, so Bauman will head down to first base with a leadoff base on balls. Not a bad way to start things up. So this will bring up Nico Strayer. Now, normally the announcements of players are made by the PA announcer, but a lot of these travel teams seem to have their own walk-up announcements, as we got a stolen base early on here. So Bauman already in scoring position here. Nobody out here in the first.
We did see a lot of stolen bases yesterday, so you might see a lot more here today.
We did. These kids like to run. Infielders playing back of their positions. Holder Reed, the shortstop, trying to break towards second a little bit, try to keep him honest.
That's 6 balls now for Cavender.
I was just going to say 6 balls that are not finding the strike zone. And, Zach, I talked about yesterday, it was a steamy night as well in that 11U state championship game. Sometimes we were seeing a lot of the guys missing pitches up. And, that sometimes when you're cranking it a little bit, maybe you're a little too loose because of the humidity and the heat. So, in this case, just having a hard time. So that's 7 now. And that one misses, and that one actually gets away from the catcher, Bennett. So the runner will move up on the wild pitch, and it's a base on balls for Strayer.
We're already going to have a meeting on the mound.
We're talking about the patience here for Crown Point right away, and that's kind of the philosophy right off the bat. Like, hey, he's thrown 8 not in the strike zone, so I would imagine here is Sam Mitros will come up, and guessing he's not going to be swinging at the first pitch. Or do you? Knowing like, hey, he's going to have to throw one down the pipe here just to get a strike. I might be looking dead red right here.
I think he is going to get the swing away here. And if it is a 3-0 count, I think he'll definitely get the 3-0 green light for sure.
So that's a first pitch strike, and that's what you need if you're Cavender. Get things started on the right foot.
And the stolen base does take the force out of second base as well.
Swing and a miss, 0-2, so now ahead of this hitter here. Yeah, it's like a mind game right off the bat. You walk the first two, can't find the strike zone, and then all of a sudden you're pumping strikes. 0-2 misses outside. So Mitro's the catcher for Crown Point. 1-2. So, he's going to be looking at, he's going to be paying attention for where these strikes are getting called on him to see where maybe right off the bat where the home plate umpire is going to be given and not giving. Try to use that to his advantage. 1-2. This one lined into right, and this will be caught out and right by Hauk, who throws it up to the plate. Not going to be in time, and we're already up 1-0 for Crown Point. Nice throw, though.
It was a great throw. Just off the target. I think if it was on the target more, he would have got him out.
Absolutely. So a sacrifice fly for Mitros gets the run in. Heck of a throw, though, from
Jake Hauk.
Yep, Jake Hauk out there. Deanda, Anton Giovanni, and Hauk from left to right. As Cavender throws his first pitch into Luca Fanton in there for a strike, and then Betsatsky is at third, Holder Reed at short, Muma at second, and McKenzie at first. Bennett behind the plate today. We'll give you those first names when we do their lineup in the bottom half of this inning. 0-2 here on Luca Fanton, third baseman today for the Bulldogs. Sometimes you go 0-2 and then you throw one outside, and it's kind of just to change the eye level a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
And he gets some on strikes there for out number 2.
And then you usually see on 3-0 counts, you'll see one go right down the middle.
Yeah, because usually it's like, well, hey, he hasn't been able to throw one. I'm going to make him throw one. Some guys you give the green light to. Are you one of those guys that always got the green light? Coach ever give you the green light? Or did you feel comfortable getting the green light? This one lined down the right field line.
If I got a pitch like right in my zone, I'll say yes, I'll do it.
Okay.
But usually I'm kind of a no on a green light.
Just want to make sure that he throws that in there.
It kind of depends on if there's anyone on base.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
What the score
Situational.
is.
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense. That 3-1 pitch, though, is always a scary one. Here's the 0-1. It's an awkward swing. Here's the throw to third, and it's going to get out into left field. Runner's coming in at Strayer, and he's going to come in and he's going to score.
They did call that a swing, by the way.
And they do call it a swing, so I believe that's strike 2. So we're going to give Strayer the stolen base and then scores on an E2. Is that where we're going?
I would go with that, yes.
We got stolen base, then E2. I'm going to look at the official score there. All right. Perfect. It's like I know baseball or something.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody taught me way back in the day. Thanks, Dad. 1-2 comes a little high and tight. And on Jace Jewett. 2-2 the count here. This one lined into center. This will drop in for a hit, and it'll get past Anton Giovanni out there, but it's still going to be just a long single, so the fact that it got behind him a little bit didn't hurt him at all. Still a single.
That was hard hit, too. That's how it got by him.
Yeah, that was a rope out there.
Hop out of his glove.
So Ryken Fletcher comes up here. He's got the pink gloves with the pink armband there. You got something pink hanging out of his back pocket as well, like a sliding mitt maybe or something.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a towel to cool himself off. Did you ever go a little bit weird with the colors? Try to mix things up a little bit? Individualize it? No?
No, I don't mind.
No? All right. You just went straight up with the colors you were supposed to wear?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Where did you play? I never asked you that.
I was from Frankfort, Illinois, so I played for their park district.
Okay. All right.
So I played there for maybe 8 or 9 years.
Nice. Okay.
I don't know, you asked me how many home runs I hit yesterday.
Yeah,
It
4.
was 3.
Right.
It was
3? All right, because you were just putting up fingers. I don't know.
Yeah. I was trying to remember. 2 out of the park, 1 in the park.
Ooh, so you had some speed.
I did.
All right.
Well, my inside of the park was at a big field. So, I mean,
hey, that doesn't take away from the speed. I'm going to give you the credit where it's due. This one bounces in front of the plate on Fletcher, so ball gets away. That was ball 4.
And I believe the ones I hit out of the park was 11U.
Okay. And they weren't, and we went back and we did some digging. They weren't wall scrapers. They were way gone. We're talking like 460 out of the ballpark. Jewett down to third. And that wild pitch runner goes already. It's just a run fest right now for Crown Point. They are pushing the envelope early here. So 2 runners in scoring position again, but 2 outs. That comes in, gets behind Cole here. MJ Cole, the left fielder. No damage done, though, just 2-0.
This will be Cavender's 30th pitch of the inning.
Well, and this is where if you're Cavender, you just kind of think, I'm not even worried about these 2 guys behind me right now. Let's just get this guy right here. He gets the strike call on the outside part of the plate. We made a point yesterday, Zach, about, games like this, and especially adversity right here in the first inning like this. This one chopped right back to Cavender, who throws across to first to get out number 3 to retire this side. I'll make my point on the other side of the break. You are watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
And we welcome you back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Mike Brenner here along with Zach Zanelli, bringing you all this action for this 12U state championship here from the hub city of Crown Point. Let's go ahead and give you that starting lineup for South Bend East Side. You've got Finn Holderreed leading things off, followed by Rory Cavender. He's the pitcher. Holderreed, by the way, the shortstop. And then Wade Bennett, he's the catcher. Those are the top 3 in the lineup. The cleanup hitter is Jake Hauk. Made a great throw from right field a little bit earlier. Colin Muma, the second baseman, in the 5 spot. Brandon McKenzie over at first, followed by Nolan Vetsatsky, the third baseman. Colin Anton Giovanni, the center fielder, followed by Keaton Lloyd. He's the extra hitter in the game today. And then Kevin Deonda rounding out that lineup. So here comes Finn Holderreed.
And they're going to be facing Jace Jewett.
First pitch missing outside. Cole, Strayer, Bauman from left to right in the outfield. Fanton, Fletcher on the left side of the infield. Bierman and Myers on the right side. Mitros behind the dish today for Jewett. Gets a strike call there. So sun is beating right down on this turfed infield, so you know this is going to be a little bit toasty out there. This one lined into center for a leadoff single.
That was really close to being caught by Jewett. I think it might have hit his glove, but it was just off of it.
Yeah, just kind of deflecting off or just missing an opportunity. Actually, it hit so hard it tore some of the turf off the mound there.
That's interesting. I've never seen that before.
Well, just wait. The winds are going to pick up a little bit later today.
Yes.
We're talking about some nasty storms tonight.
I think it's going to be the same thing as yesterday.
Well, they were pretty nasty. So
Yeah, my drive home last night was not really that good.
Word was you actually got to more fly than you did drive. That's
Yeah. I think I was riding a boat.
Oh, so it was more sailing as opposed to
I
flying.
would
All right.
say.
Okay, all right.
A lot of flooding.
Not fun to get through. Jewett throws over to first base, getting back in time as Holder Reed. It's Cavender, the pitcher, trying to add to his credit here. Runner goes. Throw down to second. Looks like it might be in time, but it just skips into center field. So in safely is Holder Reed on the stolen base attempt.
I think it would have been safe either way.
Yeah, I think that foot it's going to be close.
Great throw by the catcher there.
And that's Mitros behind the dish. This one gets pulled a little bit to the outside, so on the wild pitch, Holder Reed advances. I was mentioning that just some of these games, you deal with the adversity. Cavender obviously dealing with a lot of traffic in that first inning. Jewett giving up the leadoff hit. These championship kind of games really help with the development of these players. Just kind of giving them like, hey, this is what I'm going to do in a champion. How to deal with situations in the future. Because we're looking at the future of Crown Point baseball here, and the future of some South Bend baseball for sure. This one lined right back to Jewett, keeps the runner at third, throws to first in time for out number one. Nice play.
Next up for South Bend, number 6, Wade Bennett.
So in terms of calling it a productive out, it really wasn't. However, there was enough damage done during the at-bat that kind of evens out, if you will. So here comes Wade Bennett, catcher today for Eastside. Pitches in there for a strike. And I was down talking to the coach for South Bend, just kind of getting some names and pronunciations and stuff to make sure we have that right for you. And I'm sure I will miss one at some point. I apologize. But
you're not the only one. I'm right there with you.
Yeah, do the best we can. But a lot of the fans that are here watching the game today, we're very excited to find out that they're here on the Region Sports Network today. Hopefully some of you are tuned in watching. Swing and a miss for Bennett. Nice pitch from Jewett there, 1-2. Here in the bottom of the first inning of this 12U Cal Ripken State Championship game. Comes back with the 1-2, just missing outside. That's the same kind of situation we saw with Cavender a little bit. You get that 2-strike and throw something a little bit off to kind of, not a wasted pitch, but just kind of setting up for other situations.
See if you can swing at it too.
Yeah, maybe get a little extra. 2-2. That one's on the outside part of the play for called strike 3.
Could have gone either way. The batter kind of leaned into it, but it goes Jewett's way.
Better number 11, Jake Hauk.
So this will bring up Jake Hauk, a right fielder today. Got some height to him. Pitch just missing inside a little bit. I think I don't see too many yellow bats. Highlighter color, if you will.
I like it.
We'll have to work on getting you we'll get you like a highlighter shirt or something, Region Sports shirt.
I do have a shirt that says highlight reel. It's a Nike shirt. It's gray though.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember what it. No, actually, I lied. It's black. And then I think highlight is what is.
I like it. All right. Sounds good.
And then I think Rio is gray.
Okay. All right.
I have to find it. I think I still have it.
Yeah, we'll have to wear that next time we're doing a game. I like it. I'm all for it. 1-2. Pitch missing just outside, so 2-2. So 2-2 with 2 outs, trying to limit any damage here. South Bend would like to get at least that one run across the board. Just missing outside. Nice take from Hauk to read that pitch.
It's kind of similar to that strike 3 call on the last batter, so he's trying to get it to that same location so that he can get that strike 3 call, but it's not going his way this time.
And then early in games, this one swinging a foul tip into the mid of Mitros for out number 3. So we go to the second inning. It's 2-0 Crown Point. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. And we welcome you back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Live from Jerry Ross Park, beautiful Crown Point, Indiana, the hub city. Can't really see it from our vantage point, but the grand old lady stands tall in the downtown area in the square. It's a giant clock tower that stands where the jail used to be. Believe it or not, I've never been a visitor of that.
I haven't either.
Lived here for a few years and haven't gone to visit. Leading off will be Cooper Bierman. I drive around the square all the time, but actually drove around. Drove around to get in here today. 2-0 the count here to Bierman. When we do games from that major field next door to our left, you get a really gorgeous view of that. On the ground, picked up by Cavender, throws over to first for out number 1. So 1-3 on the put out. And this will bring up Mindy Myers, first baseman today. Batting from the left side here today, takes the first pitch outside.
Is he a switch hitter?
I don't know that. We can ask back here. Switch hitter? Or just lefty? Lefty? All right. I only get minimal prep time for these kind of games. I can't look too in-depth on that. It's 2-0 the count here. That one missing just upstairs for ball number 3. I think Cavender's kind of looking and going, hey, where did that miss?
Looks like kind of the same zone as yesterday. They weren't really getting those high strike calls.
Whoa, that comes in and does it clip him? Must have, yep.
Actually, that was ball 4. I believe that was ball 4.
Either way, taking first base.
Yep.
I'm going to go with hit by pitch, though. We'll go to the official scorecard. We go walk or hit by pitch? All right, we'll go walk. All right. I told you, any questionable call, I'm turning to you. You're the official man. This is affecting these kids' stats, so a lot of pressure on you today.
Either way, it won't count towards their average. So
that's true. But on base percentage, though.
Yes, that's.
I know they're recording all that. I think we have people here measuring exit velocity and how all that kind of stuff. Runner gets a big lead off of first, but stays at first as this is back to the top of the lineup. Bowman took a walk his last time up. Going to first. Back in safely. 1-1 the count here to Bowman. Missing just outside. Two one. That's in there for a strike, so 2-2. Bowman looked like he really wanted a little bit of a piece of that and then realized that's a little too far outside. So count runs full. Runner goes. This one on the ground to the shortstop. Flip to second is going to be in time. Over to second, so a fielder's choice for Bowman. 6-4 on the put out over at first. Over at second.
Good play to get the leadoff runner. Unfortunately, couldn't turn 2, but
we'll take one to give it 2 outs. Yeah, absolutely. So we have Nico Strayer now. Also had to walk his last at bat. A couple of stolen bases as well. Runner goes again. Good feed down to second. Just a little bit short on the throw there, so it's a stolen base for Bowman. Or Bauman, excuse me. I believe that's 2 for him already. 1-0. Just outside.
That's what leadoff hitters do, right? They steal a lot of bases.
Is that where you batted, leadoff? That speed of yours?
I was in the middle of a order guy.
Oh, yeah, power and speed. All right. Falls just on the back of the catcher. Mitros down to third. This one's going to get out into left field. Here's the throw to the plate. Not going to be in time. And another run comes across the board for Crown Point.
This is the second time Bennett's thrown the ball into the outfield, which led to another run, so that's 2 runs considered by that.
Just tough when Crown Point's running all over that infield, forcing the issue a little bit. Impressive move by them, though. I mean, that's... You've got speed, you got to utilize it. It's kind of one of the underrated parts of this game in a lot of ways, and that's going to be another walk. Still 2 outs in the inning, so Force at first and second can get them out of this as this brings up Sam Mitros. Had a sacrifice fly out to right his last time up. Cavender would like to see that fly ball yet again. Get him out of the inning this time. Pitch down low, runner down to second, and in there safely with no throw attempt.
Careful.
That's a ball. Ball's loose. I already have 3 stolen bases from Nico Strayer. This one chopped on the ground, back to Cavender, throws to first, and that's going to be in time to get the final out of the inning, but a run does come across the board. It's 3-0 Crown Point as we go to the bottom of the second. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Save for a healthy tomorrow with an HSA checking account from Tech Credit Union. It's a tax-advantaged way to save and pay for healthcare expenses. You'll enjoy no setup fee, no annual fee, and easy access to funds. Plus, you'll earn a better-than-competitive dividend rate, currently at 2.27% APY. Visit techcu.org, contact any branch, or call 800-276-8324 to learn more. Tech Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Rates may change without notice.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana, Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. We go bottom of the second inning here in this 12U Cal Ripken State Championship game here from Jerry Ross Park. For South Bend, it'll be Muma, McKenzie, and Vetsatsky, your scheduled hitters. As a reminder, we've got some awards we're going to hand out in the middle of this, or at the end of this one. We've got the Crowd Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game. The Crowd Companies are proud to recognize the superheroes on the baseball diamond. We've got the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the game, brought to you by Boilermakers Local 374. And then we've got the Proud Union Home Play of the game, presented by the Region Sports Network. And then we're going to have a special guest with us here in just a moment. I'll let you have that. First pitch here into Muma in for ball 1. And we've got Mindy Myers here with us on the broadcast. Her son is Brody Myers, playing first base over there. And the reason why we wanted to have Mindy on this broadcast is because Brody's playing with a little bit of a different glove or circumstance than what a lot of players are playing with. I want you to kind of just go through that and, the adversity that he's kind of playing through. And this one on the ground to the left side. Holder Reed throws over to Myers for play number 1. I'm going to let you just go on that one.
Sure. So Brody has cerebral palsy. He was born with right hemiparesis, and he's been playing baseball since he was 5. His doctor told us a long time ago that kids like him learn how to play one-handed, and sure enough, he has. He catches and throws with his left hand, and in fact, I think one of the stories that's most prominent in my head is when we were in 9U, an ump stopped him and made him stop pitching because he thought it was illegal for him to take his glove off.
Oh, my. Okay.
Great. He's come a long way. So, now everybody knows that he takes his glove off and puts it back on, and he works right through it and pushes hard to do his best.
I think that's awesome. And fighting through, sometimes, in life we're always told that we can't do things, and some people just say, "Nah, I don't believe that. I'm going to play anyway, and I'm going to find a way to do it." And he's doing it out there.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
And how often, over the course of a game, obviously playing first base, maybe not coming up with a lot of throws too often, but I know some, people in the press box have been saying that they can recall some stories of things happening.
He was actually just catching this past weekend, and he was able to catching from home and throw it way out to I think out to second base. I wasn't here for that game, but he was able to throw it right out. He throws real hard. He's pitched for a long time. He probably is one of the hardest one-handed throwers you'd ever meet, and the fact that he bats one-handed most of the time and gets it into play most of the time when he's out there, I think is one of the things we're most proud of. He's always goes up to battle and throws his hardest and does his best.
Absolutely, I love to hear that, and we got to. I think we captured it there a little bit, trying to getting it and then and throwing. I just love going through and hearing those kind of stories of just those kids that just they're told they can there's one thing about it, and then absolutely not, and we're not going to accept that, and we're going to continue to play anyway.
Yeah, you can't tell that kid no. In more ways than one.
That is good stuff, and obviously playing here with Crown Point, and obviously everybody's been working through whatever accommodations may be needed or anything like that, but going all to these different tournaments, I'm sure it's so fun to be able to travel the country and people noticing and just going, wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty amazing, especially in middle school, to be able to say that he can play baseball without any special accommodations. Yeah. He's playing with all the other kids. There's no such thing as special baseball for him as far as he's concerned. He plays like the rest of them do.
Now, I'm assuming he's familiar with the story of Jim Abbott.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what Dave always would tell people when he'd walk up. My husband Dave would walk up and say, well, he plays like Jim Abbott. He's always going to play. He has two hands, but he has to play with he has one hand.
Right. So we will anxiously await a no-hitter in the future for that on the pitching
mound. I hope so. I sure hope so.
So playing in this 12U state championship game here today. It's 3-2 count here on Vetskotsky. 2 away. Foul tip. So we'll do it again. Having a nice battle here against Jewett. As you said, he's been playing since
he was 5.
5 years old.
Yep.
Wow. And he just decided, I'm going to play almost every position out there?
He's loved sports since the day he could walk. I think maybe his second word was probably ball.
Excellent.
So he's loved sports since the day he could walk, and walking was a little later, a little harder for him than most kids, but as soon as he was able to play, he was out playing sports and what he could. At 5, he wanted to play baseball, and we were always a little worried about, kids can be mean and how kids would treat him, and it's interesting because when they're that young, nobody even notices that you're different, and he just played really hard.
I'm sure all of his teammates and everyone here in the Crown Point community has just accepted it, and just said, we don't even notice it as anything different than what we're doing out there.
No,
so
I would say most people don't even notice it unless you point it out.
I don't think I would have noticed it unless it was brought to my attention, but That's a great story. I'm glad we got to highlight that, and appreciate you
so
coming
much.
on and sharing with
it.
us. Yeah, absolutely. So we will go to the third inning. We are in the 12U state championship game here at Jerry Ross Park. We go to the third on the other side of the break. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Can't wait for summer, but dreading the heat because your old AC let you down? Don't sweat it out this summer. Call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. The professionals there can fix you up. Install a central air unit that'll last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable. And with a 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Give them a call at 219-923-4441 or check them out on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Mike Brenner back here with Zach Zanelli.
Hello. Pitch count for Cavender, is 51. New pitcher for South Bend.
So we've got a new pitcher on the mound, as we were just noticing, trying to make any changes to our scorebook that we need, as Luca Fanton, Jace Jewett, and Riken Fletcher will be your scheduled hitters for Crown Point. Muma in now to pitch for Crown Point. And Cavender went to second base. So 2-0 the count here on Fanton. Fanton did strike out his last time up, so looking for something a little bit different there as he gets the strike call. When you were a batter, did you ever notice on 3-0, like no matter where the pitch was, it'd always feel like it was called a strike, even if it was like over your head or something?
I just felt like it was always going to be right down the middle, and I always got that pitch right down the middle. And you asked me if I would take it on a 3-0 count, green light. Like I said, it depends. But, yeah.
I just feel like there's a lot of times where like they still try to make the pitch somewhere else, that way it's not right down the middle to make people think, but then the umpire always kind of, it's the 3-0 automatic strike call. Obviously, that's not always the case. If it's egregious, they won't call it, but Jace Jewett now up here to hit. Pitch missing down low. Runner stays at first, but it's a nice little slide step over, trying to act like he's going to be going. I think I got to do some. I'm guessing there's probably some basketball players for some of these middle schools on here. Basketball players too for some of these kids, maybe. I gotta start scouting against some of these players. That's gonna be ball 4 to Jewett. Of course, I coach middle school basketball for one of the teams in the area, so they're seeing what some of these kids are doing on the basketball court as well.
It's always good to play multiple sports.
Absolutely. Swing and a miss for Fletcher. Yeah, they say that. It's just good for the body that way. You're not working too many of the same muscles all the time. Kind of working different avenues there. Smooth is throwing so hard his hat came off. I think he's pumping like 95 out there right now. What are you thinking?
His windup reminds me of Cutter Crawford on the Red Sox.
Oh, okay. All right, we got a comp. Oh, this one takes a bad hop in the turf, and both runners advance.
Yeah, Crawford's got a good windup. He had a really good game against the Yankees a couple weeks ago on Sunday Night Baseball. I believe in the 7th inning.
This one lifted in the air to center. Anton Giovanni makes the catch out there. And a run comes in to score on the sacrifice fly to center, but flagging that one down into deep center. Nice play out there.
Yeah, give him credit for that. Could have gone to the warning track, but jumps and makes the catch. Saved him an extra base hit and possibly multiple runs.
So it is an RBI nonetheless, and it's 4-0 now in favor of Crown Point. This one fouled right back to the screen, off to the left. Is Zach Miller's car out in that direction?
Yeah.
Right there. Boy.
Right there in center field, right behind those people.
Oh, right behind the... All right. All right, next time we get one lined in the center, I'm streaming stretch. I think those fans out there will probably catch it before it lands. MJ Cole here, the left fielder. Pitch misses just outside, 1-2.
Yeah, I would never park by a baseball field. Never.
Well, yesterday I parked on like the other side of the square. Today I parked because I wasn't sure, depending on what happens with the weather. On the ground to second for out number 2. Nice play by Cavender over there after pitching. This brings up Cooper Bierman with the runner going to third base on that one. That was Jewett. yeah, I never park anywhere within the vicinity of a foul ball.
I could see my car right there to the right.
Okay.
I think Dewan parked next to me. Yes, he did.
You can tell we're so tight-knit here at the Region Sports Network. Everybody knows what kind of car everybody drives. I don't even remember which one's mine, so it's somewhere out there. 1-2. Or 1-0, excuse me. Now it's... I'll get this count right eventually. It's 0-2. I was looking at the outs instead of the strikes. So 0-2 with 2 outs. This is the pitcher here. Just not worry about that runner at third. Just attack the hitter right here, Bierman. 0-2. Short roller right back to Muma, who dishes over to first for out number 3. We go to the bottom of the third. It's 4-0 Crown Point. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
Hey, welcome back. We're in the bottom of the third inning here in this 12U State Championship game. We saw that great play out in center field by Anton Giovanni, and that reminds me of some of those best hands in the business, just like Bricklayers Local 4, Indiana, Kentucky. Join Bricklayers Local 4 and start building your career today. Visit baclocal4.org to find out more.
Could be a candidate right there.
Could be a candidate. And honestly, I hadn't looked down at the lineup yet. I did not plan on Colin Anton Giovanni being the leadoff hitter, so I kind of segued that in pretty well. I'm going to admit that looked good, but I didn't intend for that to happen. First pitch in there for a strike. Foul tip there at the plate.
Looks like the sun is one away for now.
Yeah, it might be behind a cloud at this point. Not beaten down on the field. Lights are on and active, just in case. 0-2 comes inside. Yeah, just in case maybe the storm rolls in a little bit early, but we're hoping that stays away for a long period of time. But we already know that we got your speed to help us carry all the equipment out to the production vehicles, a.k.a. Zach Miller's car. What if we can just get a rope all the way to center field, zip line all the stuff down? How do you feel about that, Mike Dewan?
Talk to my boss.
Mike Dewan, the sports director, working our camera today. Zach Miller working the production back there. This one lined into right, and on a diving catch, did he catch it or they throw to first? Not in time. I wasn't sure if he caught it or not. They're saying no catch.
That was close.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a trap, so safe at first on the single for Anton Giovanni.
Give him credit for the try.
Oh, absolutely. That was a great diving opportunity there. This will bring up Keaton Lloyd, extra hitter in the lineup today. So he's technically the number 9 hitter, but South Bend using 10 in their lineup today, which I have no problem with. However, my scorebook doesn't allow for 10, so I have to white things out and cross things out, and I can live with it. Breaking ball on the outside edge for a called strike. Have you always been a very meticulous scorekeeper?
Or
not very much since you were a player?
No, not really.
Runner goes, little blooper out to third. That's caught, and they're going to throw over to first to double him up. Trying for the hit and run, and just had a little short pop up to third base. Nice plays by Fanton, and over to Myers for that
I haven't really
second
done
out.
much scores on paper, but I've definitely worked like boards before. I used to be pretty obsessed with those. It's always fun to do.
All right. I did that for a short time period. So 2 away on the double play. And this will bring up Kevin Deonda. Takes that first pitch for a strike. Left fielder in the ball game today for South Bend. Here's the 0-1. This one line down the right field line, but this will get foul.
I think as soon as we said candidate for play of the game and we just saw that double play, there's probably going to be more now. Now it's going to be a competition.
Yeah, we've got some.
And we just saw that almost diving catch right there.
We've got some candidates brewing for sure for our proud Eden Home play of the game, our Corral Company's Lantern Man superhero of the game. This one hit right back to Jewett for the final out as he tosses it over to the first base cushion. So we go to the 4th of 6 innings of regulation. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town. Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. We go to the 4th inning here. Got a quick little change here. So we're looking change in left field for Deonda. So this is going to be Tony Handley.
Ooh, hit by pitch.
And we got a leadoff hit by pitch for Myers. So Tony Handley. All right, we're going to give that back to the crew to our left. So Deonda is out. Now it's going to be Handley out in left.
It looks like it got him pretty good. They're going to take him out of the game.
Yeah.
Could be his elbow.
So it might just be a courtesy runner. Might be able to come back in a little bit later. Yeah, and there's not really a whole. He doesn't have any.
2 for 18.
Thank you. So we got 22 for 18. We'll look that up here in just a second. So Max Barkowski is going to be the pinch runner there. Sorry, Zach, just updating the scorebook there just to make sure I got everything squared away. Here is Luke Bauman. Takes that for a strike, so 1-1 the count here. 4-0 Crown Point. And again, if you're just joining us for this state championship game, this one lined out to the left, and this will be caught by the shortstop Holder Reed, having himself a good game out there at short. We only do 6 innings of regulation here in the state championship game, so 4 innings feels like it's still early in the game, but in this game, it's getting kind of late. So Crown Point wants to tack on. Yep. Crown Point wants to tack on. First pitch into Strayer is in there for a strike. This one foul tipped. Mentioned a no-hitter when we were talking about Myers. Strayer has pitched a no-hitter. That's his favorite baseball moment, throwing a no-hitter. And, of course, I do have questions. He said his favorite food is tacos. I'm on board with it.
There you go.
But are we going beef, chicken, steak?
I like steak and chicken.
Steak and chicken. All right. I'm all for any kind of tacos. We can go. I guess I do have some limits. I'm not going to go with like lamb or something like that on tacos, but this one fouled back to the screen. Don't worry, Mike. We'll protect you. Sports director out working today. He's just do not. As long as he doesn't get under the table, we're fine. This one lined into center, going back. Anton Giovanni can't track that one down, so we'll get it off of the warning track. And the ball is loose. Here's a throw to the plate, and the tag. They got him. And that'll
good play, good relay, and they got the runner out at home.
So get the out at home, and that will end the inning. You are watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Save for a healthy tomorrow with an HSA checking account from Tech Credit Union. It's a tax-advantaged way to save and pay for healthcare expenses. You'll enjoy no setup fee, no annual fee, and easy access to funds. Plus, you'll earn a better-than-competitive dividend rate, currently at 2.27% APY. Visit techcu.org, contact any branch, or call 800-276-8324 to learn more. Tech Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Rates may change without notice.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
Welcome back to Game Night here on the Region Sports Network. Going bottom of the fourth inning. South Bend has kept Crown Point at bay in the fourth inning. First time today they haven't scored a run, so going to try to take advantage of this. You don't need to get all 4 runs back here, Zach, but definitely trying to maybe get at least 2. Cut that deficit in half here this inning would be very important right now.
Yeah, now is the time to do that. You're 3 innings away from a final, so got to get something going here.
So Barkowski is going to stay in the game at first base. Myers was hit with that pitch. And anything coming in with a little bit of velocity and you're not wearing like an elbow pad or anything like that, it's going to definitely cause some pain. As we go back to the top of the lineup for South Bend here, Holder Reed will lead things off. He had a single to start things up back in the first. And then Jewett's kind of just been mowing him down ever since and continues it here. Ground ball to second, over to first for out number 1.
Next up, number 13, Rory Cavender.
So Bierman with the play there, 4-3 on the put out. And as this brings up Rory Cavender now. I want to take a moment and congratulate. We had a couple of young men here from Northwest Indiana that were drafted today. Ground ball right back to Jewett. Tosses over to first and gets the out. But drafted in today's Major League Baseball draft in the second round, we had from Hanover Central, graduated a couple of years ago, was a member of that team that made it down to the state championship back in 2001. I remember distinctly him pitching the regional championship game over at Griffith against Northwestern and carving them up left and right in 5 innings, getting 11 strikeouts, and that was Peyton Olenek getting drafted out from Hanover. Spent some time, I believe, at Oklahoma and Miami in Ohio. So he was a graduate a couple years ago, so he's played a couple years in college, 01. He got drafted in the 6th round of today's draft by the Los Angeles Angels, and that's got to be kind of fun for him because we'll have another region rat to talk to in that organization is Crown Point graduate Zach Plesac, also in that Angels organization as well. So somebody from the region he can talk to about life in the minor leagues and the major leagues and all that. Jewett delivers the 1-2 here. Then, of course, a couple rounds later, the 9th round of the draft, you had most recent graduate from Lake Central, Griffin Tobias. Pitched in that state championship game a month ago today against Mooresville, getting that win, 2-2. He was drafted in the 9th round by the Milwaukee Brewers.
Super fun to watch.
Great
curveballs.
Yeah,
Other stuff as well.
Oh, he's got a lot working for him.
Bright future.
So he'll be with former teammate Josh Adamszewski. This one chopped down the ground. Kind of an in-between as Jewett's going to throw to first, and it's not going to be in time, so it's an infield single for Bennett.
That was a nice play by the pitcher. Jewett got it with his bare hand, but obviously couldn't get it in time. Good speed there.
The cleanup hitter, number 11, Jason.
So this brings up Jake Hauk for South Bend. Yeah, so Josh Adamszewski drafted in the draft last year by the Milwaukee Brewers, and now he gets to be teammates with Griffin Tobias yet again. So congratulations to Peyton Olenek and Griffin Tobias. We still have more draft action rounds 11 through 20 tomorrow. Here's a throw down to second. Runner had overslid second base. He's going to continue to go into a run down here, trying to get back to the base if he can. See how Crown Point gets to execute this. They're closing that gap quickly. Staying in this pickle a long time and finally get the tag in on the runner. They're going to make sure just for good measure and runner down, unfortunately, but he's going to get back up quickly. Might have hurt that wrist a little bit falling down, but I'm not even going to try to keep track of who was throwing to who. We're just going to say it's an out going across on the stolen base. So we're going to go to the 5th inning. You are watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Can't wait for summer, but dreading the heat because your old AC let you down? Don't sweat it out this summer. Call Economy Electric Heating and Cooling. The professionals there can fix you up. Install a central air unit that'll last for years. Your family deserves to stay comfortable. And with a 24/7 emergency service, comfort is just a phone call away. Give them a call at 219-923-4441 or check them out on the web at 4ajobdoneright.com.
Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso is a leader in athletics apparel and equipment sales. With in-house production including screen printing, trophies, embroidery, and more, Blythe's can help you to create the perfect look. For more information, visit them online at teamblythes.com. Blythe's Team Sports in Valparaiso, where the athletes shop.
5th inning rolls on here. Okay, so Joey Cleveland, we just got word here to the press box. Joey Cleveland is going to come in and play for Bennett, who you saw as he came off the turf after getting tagged, came up in some discomfort here. And we do have a new catcher here. So I think I've officially lost where everybody's going to be at. So Bennett comes out. He was the catcher, and this is going to be a new catcher. Looks like maybe number 9. Let's say that's too long to be Fletcher, right?
Is that Giovanni?
14 for 12. Got it.
That is Giovanni catching.
Anton. So his last name is Anton Giovanni. Okay, so that makes more sense. Okay, so yeah, number 9 for South. Okay. Yep. So Anton Giovanni. is now in at catcher. And so I'm going to let you figure that out. You got to figure out who's out in center now. This one on the ground ball to the left side. Coach picks that one up. No problem with the bare hand. Luca Fanton will lead things off for Crown Point. Nope, I'm sorry. Yep, that is Luca Fanton because we had the out earlier. All right, ground ball to the right side for out number 1. 4-3 on the putout. It was the out of the play. I didn't mark my my line there. Mitros had gotten that single. This will bring up Chase Jewett. First pitch on the outside part of the plate for a strike. So I'm guessing it's Cleveland out there in center. Is that what we're guessing?
Yeah, that would be my guess.
All right.
I don't think anyone else has moved.
It's the nice thing about this age is like pretty much every kid plays almost every position, it feels like.
Mm-hmm. When I played, it was every inning we had new positions. So it was.
Oh,
really
that is
hard
a
to tell
broadcaster's nightmare. Don't even try to talk that into his existence. I think I would walk out of this press box. 3-1. Well, that's where I think I would literally just have a game changer feed on just to make sure I knew where everybody was. That would be rough. So a 1-out walk delivered to Jewett. Now here comes Fletcher. First pitch missing inside.
I think the clouds have taken over, so I think the sun is gone for good.
Well, it's never gone for good. It's just hidden behind the clouds. It's still there. It didn't go anywhere.
I'm just saying, like, it might be cloudy for the rest of the night with rain coming. That's my guess.
Shh.
I know.
We don't want it. We don't want it. We may need it because it's so stinking hot, but... Yeah, my stuff's saying it's coming after 10. We'll be fine. This game just better not go extras. There it goes. This one lifted in the air. Zach's getting nervous behind me for his car. This one out to the left fielder, trying to throw down to first. What a throw. So that was 17 that threw. That was Holder Reed. So is he out in left now? Or did I miss something?
Was that the guy that was in right field earlier? Halk, right? Because he was the one who had that really good throw to home in the first inning.
Yes, he did, from right. This one kicks back. But I had Holder Reed it short. I don't know if that's his number out there or not. See, they're changing things up on us. We're trying. Yeah, Houck is in left. We'll get it worked out. Pitch is outside, so 1-1 the count here to Fletcher.
We got good scorekeepers in here.
Yeah, we'll figure it out at the end of the inning. We'll give you all those announcements. This one back to the pitcher who dives for that one to get the third and final out. Nice play there.
Very nice play.
By the pitcher, Muma there. So we go to the bottom of the fifth. South Bend's got to start scoring some runs here to get back into this one. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Thinking about what to do after high school? Consider a career with Boilermakers Local 374. As a Boilermaker apprentice, you'll earn while you learn. We offer excellent wages and benefits, and as part of our no-cost hands-on apprenticeship program, you'll learn from the best in state-of-the-art training centers and on the job. Become a union Boilermaker and get on your way to a great career. Find out more, visit www.local374.org or call 219-845-1000.
Hi, I'm Crowell Company's Lantern Man. I'll cover your motorcycle. I'll be with you on the water. I'll be with you on the snow. I'll cover your insurance needs wherever you go. I'll be at Crowell Agency from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. As Crowell Company's Lantern Man, I'm your insurance superhero.
Crowell Companies, the insurance professionals in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
We go to the bottom of the fifth inning here on the Region Sports Network. Happy to have you with us for this 12U state championship game here from Jerry Ross Park in the Hub City Crown Point. Again, at the conclusion of this one, we'll have awards we're going to hand out. So Zach's feverishly trying to figure out our award winners here. We may not have those winners picked out just yet. Obviously some time left before we decide that. We got the Crowell Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game. They're proud to recognize the superheroes on the baseball diamond. Person may not have shown themselves just yet, or maybe they have. We don't know. Got the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the game. Learn about apprenticeship programs and more at local374.org. Hauk takes that pitch outside, so 1-2. I'm sorry, 1-1.
We got plenty of time. You got an inning left.
Of regulation.
Regulation. Meant to say that.
1-1. That's on the outside part of the plate for a strike, so now 1-2. And we also got that proud Union home play of the game presented by the Region Sports Network. 1-2 skips in the turf, so 2-2. And by the way, if you are a trade union representative and you are interested in sponsoring the proud Union home play of the game, you can call Chris Ramirez at 219-588-1984. He is eagerly awaiting your phone call, so go ahead and do it now. Or wait a few hours. You can wait a few hours. This one lifted in the air to left. This one back. And this one is gone. Over the fence home run. Jake Hauk makes it a 4-1 game.
Great piece of hitting there. Knew it was going right off the bat. Hopefully there's no car there.
Well, if there is, it's not Zach Miller, so he's not worried about that spot right there.
Yeah, it takes the shutout away from Jouett.
First pitch, and Demuma is missing outside, so a 4-1 ball game. We talked about just kind of, you still get the bottom of the sixth inning as well, but cutting that deficit in half makes it, a little bit more manageable. Getting some now is pivotally important. 1-0. Make it 2-0 now. McKenzie and Vetsatsky due up next. At time we're going to have a little meeting on the mound. Well, you got to be quick with the hands to be able to turn on one like that and get it out of the ballpark. Just like the Bricklayers Local 4 have the best hands in the business. Bricklayers Local 4, Indiana, Kentucky. At BAC Local 4, Indiana, Kentucky, you'll develop skills that will last a lifetime. For more info, visit baclocal4.org. And that's going to be ball 4. This brings up Brandon McKenzie now.
Next up for South Bend, number 42, Brandon McKenzie.
McKenzie struck out looking his last time up. So looking to get a hold of one here. Toss over to first. Not going to be in time.
You'll probably see him look over there a lot.
Yeah, he's had a fair amount of base runners to deal with, but runner goes down to second. The throw to second, not going to be in time. So a stolen base for Muma. So now a runner in scoring positions. Still nobody out here in the inning. Leadoff home run to start the bottom of the fifth. Some of that juice that South Bend needed. So 1-0 the count here to McKenzie. 2-0 the count, excuse me.
He's getting a lot of close pitches, but just not getting that call right now.
That's in there for a strike. Yeah, you have to really work the entire game about establishing as the game goes on, and kind of once you've successfully thrown to certain spots consistently, then the umpire may give it to you. This one on the ground, left side. Third baseman tosses across. Runner goes down to third, and not going to be in time on the throw, so in there safely on the throw over from third to first. So 5-3 on the putout for McKenzie, but runner does advance, so that was a productive out.
Now batting number 24, Nolan Viscotsky.
So Viscotsky here with one away. Second run down at third base. It's popped in the air. This may get the job done. Making the catch out and right. They're going to throw to the plate, and runner is going to stay at third. What a throw.
What a bullseye.
That was a definite bullseye.
Now batting number 9, Colin.
Who's the kid?
Anton Giovanni.
It's number 1. Who's number 1? Jason Baxter. I didn't have it written on my book here, just trying to figure out who that right fielder is now. It's Baxter, J.C. Baxter. Making a phenomenal throw in there. That might be probably home play of the game, keeping that run off the board. 0-1 here to Anton Giovanni. Yeah, he came up with a cannon out there, and right, that was impressive. Houck had one out there earlier. On the ground, right side. Second baseman over to first for out number 3. So that second run being kept off the board might be huge for Crown Point. We go to the 6th and final inning of regulation. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
7.
On to the 6th here in the 12U State Championship game here from Crown Point. Muma's still in there pitching for South Bend. We will have a pinch hitter to start for Crown Point. It'll be Carson Svetic to lead things off for the Bulldogs here in the 6th. Looking to tack on a few more. They lead by 3. And again, only 6 innings of regulation, so they're in the driver's seat right now, but things can change. But to stay in the driver's seat, they would like to tack on a few. This one on the ground, right side, and right to the pitcher who steps on that cushion for out number 1.
A lot of ground balls to the pitchers lately.
Yeah, there have been.
Good work.
Well, he was the starting second baseman today and then jumped onto the mound, so it kind of makes sense that he's fielding all these that are sometimes maybe hit to him on a normal basis. Max Bartkowski now in hitting here in the place of Mindy Myers. This one fouled away off to the right. We were talking about Brody a little bit earlier in the game. His mom came on to let us know. You know, his style of play, a little different than the traditional way. But, man, I mean, you talk about how skilled you have to be, how hard you have to work to make sure that you have that glove transfer that he's got to do.
Yeah.
You know, to catch and then get it out of the glove and then get your glove on. I mean,
amazing work.
that takes a lot. I mean, these kids already have to work really hard to get their craft, but then have that on top of it. So impressive. So impressed. Swing and a miss. And down on strikes. Hey, well, Muma's coming here and really kind of... first time today, Crown Point's gone 1, 2, 3. But South Bend's got some work to do in the bottom of the 6th. You're watching Game Night here on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Save for a healthy tomorrow with an HSA checking account from Tech Credit Union. It's a tax-advantaged way to save and pay for healthcare expenses. You'll enjoy no setup fee, no annual fee, and easy access to funds. Plus, you'll earn a better-than-competitive dividend rate, currently at 2.27% APY. Visit techcu.org, contact any branch, or call 800-276-8324 to learn more. Tech Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA. Rates may change without notice.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most about this apprenticeship program is the respect I've received after the proper time and training.
Classes start soon, so apply now. There are training centers throughout Indiana and Kentucky. We are the Bricklayers and Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. The best hands in the business.
And we're live back here at the bottom of the 6th inning. Always fun to be here at Jerry Ross Park, messing with everybody in the press box as well. We have a good time. I'm sorry, the doghouse. Excuse me. We're not the press box. This is the doghouse. Excuse me. I have been corrected. First pitch line. Look out, Mike Dewan. We've got Keaton Lloyd leading off here for South Bend, trying to hit it right back to our cameraman here, our sports director. Jewett has a sign he likes. Pitch missing upstairs. Gotta love when you're a pitcher and you hear that kind of that pop from the glove. It's gotta make you feel good. Like, yeah, I threw that hard enough to make that sound.
Oh, yeah. What's even better is that it's a strike. If it's right down the middle.
That sounds good. 1 and 2. So the leadoff hitter, Lloyd, trying to get something going here for South Bend. This is a short pop over to first. And that's going to be caught for out number 1. And that was by Bartkowski over at first. So Tony Hanley comes in now. He had taken over defensively a little bit ago. Takes the first pitch upstairs. For ball number 1. No Zach Zanelli here to my left is feverishly trying to figure out what we're going to do for our award winners that we're going to hand out at the end of this one, and we'll stay here live to show you everybody getting their medals for the state championship. We had 11U last night. It was a fun game. Tight ball game here, 4-1. 2-0. Missing upstairs. You know, if you're South Bend, you just need to get guys on no matter how it happens. 3-0. That's upstairs. All right, I got to ask you, though, Zach, would you have, if that was a little bit more of a competitive pitch, would you have been thinking green light there? I would personally say no. But
I would say no because you want to get that base.
Right, you're trying to get the walk. Coach is coming out there right now to Jason. Tell him, hey, just all right, calm down here. We got one out. We can get two.
This is going to be his 80th pitch. I believe he's got, 6-4 to go?
I think 85 is the limit.
Now batting for South Bend, number 17, Finn Holder.
So, as a pitcher, you want to complete the game that you start. Checking on that runner over at first. So, Holder Reed here. It's 1 for 2 today. Runner down to second, and he is out.
Wow.
2-6 on the play. Coach doesn't agree with the call. Definitely looked like it was right in line. Certainly a good play. 2-6 on the putout. Now there's 2 outs. And now Holder Reed has to get this rally started with 2 outs for South Bend East Side. This one lined and just over the head of the shortstop Fletcher. So Cavender here now. Holder Reed was the top of the lineup, so now Cavender here is 0 for 2 today. He's had 2 groundouts back to Jewett. That's in there for a strike. And one of those other gamesmanship kind of things, if you only have 3 pitches left, do you even try to put it in play, or do you kind of wait and make him throw those strikes? Well, either way, this one popped in the air. Strayer comes in to make the catch. And Crown Point is your 12U state champions. Crown Point Red winning 11U yesterday, and now Crown Point winning today for 12U. Zach, overall, a really, really well-played game. I think there was a lot of great defensive plays that we saw. Both teams really giving it everything they had, and sometimes just taking care of some opportunities work out in your favor sometimes. Crown Point early on was really pushing the envelope and getting stolen bases as we kind of look at the meat of the matter presented by the Region Sports Network.
Yeah, I mean, great game played by both teams. Obviously, like you said, Crown Point got things going on early, and then their pitching was really good too. A little spoiler alert for the Corral Company's Lantern Man player of the game. But
ooh, breaking news.
So, yeah, pitching side really good, and, well-deserved to be state champs.
That feels good for them. And I was mentioning on that broadcast yesterday as well, come high school or maybe later on down there, they may remember this particular game, this particular championship, and they may not, and they're going to remember just kind of moods that they were in or how they dealt with certain adversities, whether it's Crown Point or South Bend here. We're going to give it up for both teams here, and we'll watch as they're going to get their medals for the game today. So coach for South Bend giving his guys their medals. Wasn't sure if they'd give some speeches. Sometimes they do. And parents get to come out and take photos, which is always a fun opportunity as well. So parents always are going to remember this. But yeah, sometimes, just fighting through the adversities or fighting, how to deal with, maybe in a game like this, you're trying to deal with the heat or, an obstacle of, the sunlight, just, little things here, it's always the trying to continuously develop at these ages. And fun for us to be able to witness the development and the opportunities that these young athletes get to partake in, and certainly excited about it. Especially when we know just in a few years these kids are going to be out playing some varsity sports, and we'll get to watch them do their thing at that level as well. So South Bend has been given. So Crown Point, your state champions. They will get their medals here. And Zach, we can go ahead and start naming our award winners if you're good with it.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So we got the Crow Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game. The Crow Companies are open. Their offices are open 9 to 7 Monday through Friday and Saturdays till 2 in Highland, Maryville, and Michigan City.
We are going to give it to Jace Jewett from Crown Point, the starting pitcher. I think he pitched a heck of an outing. The only mistake he made was giving that home run to Hauk, but other than that, he's been great and helped them win the state championship game.
Yeah, battling the heat and battling the elements there, staying with it, and pitching himself a really good game, keeping the running game in check as well. And just kind of one pitch he would like to have back, and he's probably a little bit bummed about giving up that one run, but it was definitely an earned run for South Bend for sure. So Jace Jewett, a great candidate for our Crow Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the game. Let's go ahead and go with our Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the game. Learn about apprenticeship programs and more at local374.org.
We are going to give it to Colin Moonma from South Bend. He came into the game and pitched for South Bend and didn't really give much runs for Crown Point. He kept them in the game. Obviously, South Bend didn't really get things going offensively, but he gave it his all to help them stay in the game. Yeah,
kind of helped prevent any more runs from really coming across the board, and really pitching a heck of an out and doing a great job defensively as well, jumping off that mound to be able to get some of those defensive plays and those little short hops and everything. So good stuff there from Colin Mooma. And now we will name our Proud Union Home Play of the game, presented by the Region Sports Network. And by the way, if you're a trade union representative and if you're interested in sponsoring that Proud Union Home Play of the game, please call Chris Ramirez at 219-588-1984.
There's a lot to discuss here.
I'm going to say let's go back. Yeah, there's a few that we can talk about. You know what? I like the play in the 6th inning here for Crown Point, keeping that second run off the board that we saw kind of late in this game here. Well, no, that was not the 2. Which one are we thinking about here? Where am I looking?
The throw home?
The throw home, yeah. Where was that? Was that when that was in the 4th inning? So that was 4. So that was Crown Point trying to score another run? Do I have that right?
Yes. Or are you talking about the play where Crown Point kept South Bend from scoring the second one?
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of, yes.
That was in the 5th inning, I believe.
5th inning. All right, we're going to go with that play, the tag out at home to prevent that second run from scoring. It was kind of a pivotal.
It wasn't a tag out. He was kept at third.
Kept at third, yeah. So it was definitely, just keeping all the momentum, on the side of Crown Point. So I think that was definitely our play of the game to prevent any more runs coming across the board for South Bend. Let's go ahead and give our credits where credits are due. And again, congratulations to Crown Point State champions. Our executive producer is Chris Ramirez. Our operations manager is Rich Castillo. Coordinating producer is Zach Miller. And also doing the production today. And our sports director doing camera is Mike DeWan. Zach Sinelli doing a great job on the commentary today, along with myself, Michael Brandner. And, of course, a big thanks to everyone here at Crown Point. We got Jay Patel, Joel Boomsma, Adam Whitehouse, amongst many others that have been helping us here at the Doghouse here at Jerry Ross Park. It has been a great couple of nights that we've been here, and everybody here in Crown Point always bends over backwards to make sure that we've got everything that we need here, whether it's the room that we need or a position or waters or whatever the case we need, information. They always help out with that. So big thanks to them. And, of course, the viewers on Facebook, YouTube, IHSAA TV, anywhere you may have tuned in for this game. We appreciate you guys tuning in. So thank you very much. Again, congratulations to Crown Point. That has been a production of the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.